Noel, and behind the camera, there is a Fran Honet. Actually, there is Ethan Hodari. Once again, I wanted to say welcome to everyone, all the corners of the world. I mean, here in Canada, US, Europe, Australia, Africa, and everywhere, wherever you are. Feel home and feel that you are welcome to Pambazuka TV Online. Once again, I'm your host, Enoch Noel, here at Pambazuka TV Online. So today it's December 18, 2020. We are approaching the end of the year, and we hope you have set up the goals for 2021. You have set up what you will be achieving, either in a business or in regular life or in anything. So let's hope there's a new hope, a new vision, and a new plan for 2021. And here at Pambazuka TV, we wanted to wish you all the best and hope that whatever you plan will be achieved. So once again, we are happy to be back at Pambazuka TV Online, and we have decided to come again with exciting and great, discussion, or to make like at least the end of this year end well, and to put each and everyone on fire and hoping for some greatness for the 2021. But before we continue, we wanted to congratulate Mpumza Vianney in Kisoro, who has started the MGTV Online. We hope to partner with him so that we can be able to reach to those vulnerable there in those areas on Kisoro, those people in the Congo, in North Kivu, especially in Bunagana, in those areas. Would like to partner with him so that we can be able to reach and help so many people out there. So once again, brother, we welcome you with your team, and we're so happy to see you that you visited John King, this guy, the great singer. I actually have admired him. So once again, we wanted to say welcome, and we are happy to join you, to work with you, as our dreams and our goals is to reach those who need our help, those who need help mostly, especially in those remote areas. So once again, we are happy, and once again we say welcome. However, I want to also to express our sincere sympathy to the family of late John Bavuga, to his family members, the people he has left behind. I have known this great man when I was a little kid. I used to hear about him as he was the former headmaster of Mutore Hospital. I mean Mutore Secondary School. Oops. So yeah, we just want to express our sincere sympathy to all the family members. I know those of Juliet, those of Kathy, and so many others. So once again, we encourage you, stay strong, because we are all in the journey and we are moving, and that's how the life is like. So we wanted to express our sincere sympathy to all of you, and to those neighbors, the relatives, and those all in Kisoro who have touched with this sudden death of this late John Bavuga. So once again, this is Pambazuka TV Online. My name is Enoch Noel, and I'm so glad that I'm back, and I'm so glad you have decided to follow us. And once again, we keep encouraging you to like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate for your moment or your time that you put to listen to us. So once again, thank you, and we just want to let you know that you were appreciated. So today we have decided to talk about the youth and drugs, especially the African youth, I mean, here in the Western world, especially here in Canada, in the US, and many other parts of the world, or many parts of the Western world. See, so many African youth, they get involved in drugs, which some of them may not expose to drugs, which they don't know what they are doing, or they are just pushed in because of peer pressure or because of a certain situation. So that's why today we have decided to bring this hot topic. We know there are many the media, the social medias, or any other media, or what that might be, done research about this and has brought information about this. But we wanted to bring to you to this, the youth, especially the Africans here in Canada, in the US, and everywhere. You know, mostly the African youth are falling in drugs trip, or sometimes the alcohol misuse. You know, it's one of the big issue to so many Africans, you know, because as I said, I would have did research, but I didn't want to do research because some of us, the younger people have known, went, you know, took that wrong way while we are looking, and they got lost. Some end up becoming homeless, others went in jail, others, you know, so that's why we have decided to bring this, so that we can be able to bring the awareness, you know, such a matter, which is, you know, putting the African youth in trouble. As I mentioned, I've met with some youth here from Liberia, from South Sudan, from, you know, Cameroon, from from Congo, from everywhere. But the way, you know, I was able to interact with them, the way, you know, I understood, it is quite disturbing on how the African youth, you know, get involved in drugs, get involved in, you know, small problems, you know. So that's why today we would like to encourage, you know, especially those who will be listening to us, those who will be, you know, understanding what we are meaning, to maybe, you know, give us a comment. Another reason is that these youth, they belong to us, and because some of them, they are so excited about new life, you know, a new career, you know, new lifestyle. So in that way, these youth, they are unable to realize what will put them in trouble, or what will put them in problem. For example, I will give an example of myself. I'm not going to be far, because as I mentioned, what we are talking about, it's the experience went through, experience that we see day by day, experience which is not going anywhere except if we decide to bring it up, to talk about it, to speak about it publicly without, you know, making it ambiguity or making it a secret or anything. I remember it's almost 5 years ago. I was, you know, chilling in a place somewhere, but then I saw these two men. They were struggling, you know, to lifting up the fridge to take it upstairs. But they were, you know, when they were struggling. So when I saw them struggling, I just ran, because I felt like, you know what, these people, they need help. So I ran, I helped them to push up the fridge upstairs. When we reached upstairs, you know, this guy went, ran in the room, and then he brought something green. You know, I like, to be honest, I've never like seen used marijuana or any other drugs, because some of us, go in a trip that we are not about, that we are not sure of, or that we want maybe to try something new. So that's why youth, generally, especially more vulnerable, the Africans, should need to be cautious. So when he brought something in a white bag, sealed, green, and then when I saw it, I say, so what is this? Want to say thank you. Say, what is that? I say, what? I don't know what that is. And unfortunately, I don't know what that is. This guy, he went back. He was so embarrassed, but because I know it's always good to have heart of God, to be kind, to help. But when I'm not saying, because I want to express his sincere thank you for having helped him, and that's what he had. I'm not saying if you help someone and someone appreciate what you've done, it's always gonna be that. There are always some good gift and so forth. But when I saw this, I say thank you. I don't know what that is, and I'm sorry, but thank you so much. My will was just helping you to get your fridge in upstairs. That was it. So from there, I came, I kept thinking about it. Then I saw one of the friend, I shared with him, and say, what, that's a drug, that's like cannabis or something. So I came to realize, you see, I, like, I came to realize that I resisted it, and I didn't want to get involved in it, because first of all, I knew I can give you up to more than, so many youth who have been affected in that way. Some, ended up in jail, end up in street, end up losing their jobs, end up in so many problems. So having been seeing all those experiences, or having been seeing such problems, that's why I was able to say, what, yeah, unfortunately, I don't know that, and I don't take anything that I know. So you see, in the same way, that's why this applies to the African youth. You may be joining a certain peer, a certain group of people, maybe every other day, except now it's COVID-19. You decide to go out, you decide to go do something, but as you are there, see the character of the people you are going out with. See the character of people you are associating with. That will help you prevent you from, falling in such trip, or falling in such problems, So this is why this applies to so many, like, we got a lot of youth in youth in the US, those who especially came from the Uganda, from Rwanda, from everywhere. You see them trying. Some of them, they drink too much. When you drink too much, and then you end up in also using other drugs, you are in danger. So this is why we call upon those African youth, even the other youth, other race who may be able to hear this. Be smart. There are so many temptations there waiting for you, and you youth, you are the next transformers of the life you are living, the community you are living in. We know we have lost so many youth who are piled in jails because they committed, they end up in drugs, or I remember one of the youth that I know was in high school, drank too much, and then went to fight with a knife. Now he's in jail. So this is why it's always good, especially youth, African youth, you are at risk in getting involved in drugs, getting involved in alcohol misuse, and you know, probably losing your life or going in jail for nothing. And when you are a young man, you go in jail, your life is going to be done. So we call upon you, turn your life before it changed into chaotic. Turn your life before you go in hell, you go in a place that you are unable to return back. Recently, I met one of my friends. He's the former high school student who he got involved in knife fighting because he was drunk. Then he was in jail. He lost his job and so on. He saw me say, you know what? Now I live in the street. I say, you know, yeah, it's always to use this opportunity, to use this great chance we have given to, you know, to cherish this life and to cherish all the opportunities we have given in this Western world, you know, because sometimes we end up in drugs, we end up in other trouble, we end up in so many shit, and then we start to say, to point at, the way the Western world doesn't like, you know, us black and so on. But sometimes it's good to be smart, to be clever, to be intelligent, so that there are so many temptations for the youth around there. So that's why we encourage the youth to avoid sometimes some peer groups, they are not good, to avoid joining other, you know, members and so on, because that's where we end up in trouble. For example, I would talk about the recent incident which happened a few years ago. You know, one of our African who, you know, they are in a party, alcohol is there, many and the other stuff are there, and then one of the precious young men who was in university was, you know, killed by knife, you know, with the same people, you know, the people who are in a party together, cause too much alcohol and the other things that I'm not sure. See, cause this precious young boy to lose his life through a knife and, you know, so on. So that's why this is for those who want to make a wise decision, to make a smart decision. There are a lot of problems there, a lot of, you know, trouble there. So play it smart so that you won't be able to trip in those problems which are affecting us, African youth. So once again, wanted to end up here, but take our advice. Avoiding drug use, alcohol misuse, and other, you know, trouble around there would make your life better. Live well, stay healthy, and be strong. So